Hello and welcome to my hair. So, let's see, where did we leave you last? I don't remember, who cares? So, today I was doing what I do and I had to mail some stuff at the post office, and so I had a few thoughts about this post office and post offices in general. I don't know about you, but my post office just makes me crazy. Crazy. I try never to rant on here, so I'm going to try not to rant. I'm going to try to make you laugh more than rant. And in that, did you ever see that Saturday Night Live skit where there was like a Scotch tape store and it was just so flippin' annoying because it would take forever if someone actually wanted to buy some tape, and you would think it would be a slam dunk. I'd like some tape, sell me some tape, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I'm even telling you that right. On that note, because I like to digress, it's what I do. Did anyone out there ever, here it is again, sorry. Did anyone out there ever see the Saturday Night Live skit? Well, I don't know what it was called, but the vein of it was they were sitting on a porch, there was Southerners, and he would keep saying to her, "Shut up and bring me the cat's ass," and she would bring him a cat, and he'd lift the tail and sniff the cat's ass. If the tea smelled too good, or the lemonade and the pour, I don't know. Nobody has ever seen it but me. I want to know, did I invent it? Has anyone ever seen it? Anyway, I digressed enough. Back to how we got there, which was the Scotch tape. I wanted to tell you that I am connected, because some of you don't think I am. It was Scotch tape, which is a skit, which was for about the post office. And if you went this way, that's where the next skit, which was Saturday Night Live. But let's go back here. Try to stay with me. Imagine a bouncy ball that's a little bit oblong, so bounce is sort of weird. I go to the post office. First thing that happens is, I'm not kidding you, there are 5 people in front of me, 3 of which are men in their 60s, probably, I was going to say 70s, but I don't think they were 70. They're staring at me, and they're not together. But so for me, it feels like at all times one of them is staring at me, because one looks at me and then I make eye contact, like I see you looking at me, so he looks away, and the other one looks at me, so I make eye contact and he looks away, and then the other one, and that, and then now we're back to this one. It's getting so annoying. This is what I look like. My hair was probably in a little better condition. It's a little a frizz and a frazzle right now, maybe because that's me. I was wearing this. This is what I was wearing. There's no well, of course I wasn't wearing any pants, but beyond that, staring at me in this line. Got to do this a lot. It is what I do. There are 2 counters. Well, there's a lot of places that you could get help in this post office, but there's only 2 people. One at this end of the counter and one at this end, and all the other ones are unmanned and say next window. So when I go in there, there is this one woman that is such a bitch. I hate going to her window because, I'm not the most versed person on mail. I don't always know what the difference is between priority and first class and various other things. I only recently caught on to the flat rate box, which saves me a ton of money, and I didn't realize there was a flat rate box I could grab myself, so I would just go up to said window and say I'd like a flat rate box, and this woman would get pissed at me, and if ever you had some unsurety, because you feel bad, don't you? I know I do. If I'm waiting forever in a line, I hate to be that person that when I finally get to the counter, I'm going to take my time. I mean, I try to get what I need, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to not do what I need, but I hate to be the person that you're standing behind them going, oh, really? Really? Like going to the grocery store and they want to write a check or something, but it's worse than that. You got to get manager's approval because it's like $450, and you're the one right behind them, and you could have gone to the... Anyway, I could have gone there, but I didn't. So, bitch on the left, woman I'm not sure is a bitch or not on the right. So I'm hoping and hoping, because the other thing about bitch on the left is when you are unsure, I don't know about you, but I tend to speak in low tones when I'm unsure. I don't like to feel unsure. I don't like to feel stupid. I've noticed the more unsure I am, the lower my tone. In fact, I probably even mumble now that I think of it. But it's horrible because you'll go up to her and you'll be like, I don't know which box. You don't need a box! They're over there! And then you look, and then there's the row of people, especially the old men that are... What is it with not only do they stare, but they mouth breathe? at you. So anyway, I'm willing myself not to go to her. You remember this? What was I do? The soup Nazi? She's the postal Nazi. No mail for you. I didn't end up going to her. I went to a really nice lady, and it was so weird because she was so ridiculously nice. It was like a counterbalance. My mind, because I think in very literal terms, my mind was. I really do. I do. It's weird. I get it. I know. I'm good with it. I would even say the R word about me, but apparently some of you don't like that word. Another topic, another time. Meanwhile, back to the men. They're staring at me. If you stare at me for a prolonged amount of time in any situation, really any almost situation, I will start to get irritated. I really will. I am hypervigilant, so it's like I got eyes all the time anyway, and so you really cannot stare at me without me knowing it. I try sometimes to put you out of my head or, ignore you, but sometimes I'm just not able to. Like the other day, I was pulling into Vaughn's and I had to make this really wide turn, and there was a basket, some other excuses, and so I kind of clipped a curb, I just kind of ran up the curb a little bit. Well, there was this lady who was walking, and she just watched me the whole way. But it wasn't just that she watched me. I parked, and she continued to look at me, and I was like, I rolled my window down, and I go, "What?" And she's like, "Oh," like she realized, what is it with you people? I'm not a TV show. Do you ever feel that way? I am not a TV show. Don't stare at me. I don't enjoy it. I just do not enjoy it. I don't care who you are. I cannot think of a single situation where I would enjoy being stared at that I can think of. Although you are looking at me right now, aren't you? Anyway, that's different. I'm sure of it. I know at times you're looking away and you're multitasking. You might not even have me up where you can see me. You could be on other things and just listening to me, which I think is likely, and I enjoy that. Anyway, I'm going to finish here. Here's the thing. I twittered, why do old men stare at me? Not really expecting a response, although I enjoy them. Here are the responses. I got 4 responses, and I'd like you to choose amongst them or add your own. Gilbert, my little brother, said, it's because they're trying to decide whether you're a man or a woman. Lesbian said, it's because you're sexy. Van said, it's my hair. And my friend Terry said, it's the twins. So, y'all made me laugh, and I very much appreciate it. And don't stare at me. See you tomorrow.